Hello guys and welcome back to GPS4 with our Sweden playthrough. So we've gotten in the new year. I've done a couple things real quick. I'm going to continue raising the company turnover tax with that target goal of 5% in mind like I mentioned. It's going to start making me more money than the company tax at this rate, to be honest. Industrial pollution tax is always raising. This much is for sure. Industry-wise, every one of these nationalized things that are up and running, whether I'm going to order or not, I'm going to push them over to just minority shareholder for now to kind of see how that goes. Separately, I've taken off the subsidies from everything in farming, so that's a few $100 million back because I've gotten all those sectors up and running. There was like half a dozen sectors. Organic agriculture is going up. Undernourished population went down, going down. Inflation probably doesn't help with growth. I plan on just trying to see if we can even this out somewhere with like 5% company turnover tax. That's going to kind of be the goal there. And then see what we make there. I might lower the actual company tax to 20. I mean, I just like even numbers. I think I'll do this anyway. Just lower that to 20 so it's at a nice even number. Employer social security payment. What about 31.5? Are we good with this? I think we're good with this. Something even, please. Something nice and even. Airline ticket tax. How about something that is, once again, a little more even? Now, we got a popularity hit from what? Oh, the hunger strike. Yeah, that hunger strike is not doing too great for me, huh? Commandos are the future. Seniors in danger. Commandos are the future. In fact, they are the present. Having a lot of commandos is just batshit crazy in this game. But we have to think about popularity, and now we have to do this without the help of the EU. This guy's going crazy because it's like environment. He doesn't like our environmental stuff. And the EU has no aid for me this year. There's a couple ways I could improve this. Certainly a couple ways. I like to go for this stuff right here, personally. They're not going to pay for over in payment reimbursement. Oh my God, I have to pay the EU back. I have to pay the EU back in billions of dollars due to them having paid too much of an amount. That's hilarious. Well, that's very sad, but let's go ahead and put some into there, do that, and that takes a bunch of my money. Damn you, EU. At the very least, that's a one and done. It is paid for. Oh, you see the plastic tax contribution? That's interesting. The VAT contribution, total contribution, total EU aid. Well, the aid does not compare to my total contribution anymore. And it was automatically paid. So I just had to like pay it out essentially. Debt wise, we do have a treasury reserve that is quite large. Quite large. And a lot of this stuff is looking better. Public debt is lower than it has been, which is fantastic. I will continue to try to improve it, starting with Austria's debt. We'll buy back as much of this loan as possible, which brings us down to the debt that we had, at least right now. It shows it like this. At the start of the game. It's going to go even lower, probably, especially with what I just did there. It's going to go even lower because we're paying it off. And, oh, we have an excess. Oh, God, that was lagging like crazy. The excess is getting better again, like out of nowhere. Favorable change in Democratic Republic of the Congo doesn't really matter to me. Always climb the industrial pollution tax. And there you go. Got a lot of taxes changing as I get some to just like more normal numbers. There's like a real estate tax we can have too. This one's in dollars. Never the dollar. Only the percentage ones am I bothering with. What about 29% of this? Are we good with that? Cool. I'm going to lower taxes at a certain point as well on the lowest earning populations, specifically looking at things like income tax. There's this ESA stuff just like always going on in the background too. Current missions. There's a lot of current missions. Risks of failure. A lot of preparations. I haven't seen anything new like pop up or whatever. Woo! What the hell? Employment-based strategies. Our growth just went down to minus 1.94. That's crazy. How did we go suddenly so crazy? Okay. But we do have a budget surplus. Well, I can improve this. I didn't realize that was going to happen. I can improve this. I just need to get a, oh my God, whoa. I just need to get a good deal for exports. What am I looking at, dude? What's going on? Oh yeah, we have a vote for that change I wanted. And of course, Luxembourg is gonna, be the one to kill it. There's not much to do, really. I don't really care. I got a meeting with America.
No thanks.
No, you don't want this? What about champagne? There you go. That's what we want. I can try to sell them some of my oil and or gas. All right, so I just signed one. This is bound to give us a big boost, and we need a big boost. It's literally all of our excess gas right now at a much higher price than we sell for. Just to show you the absolute insanity of what I have done to try to make this go back up. This is quite an interesting tactic that I am using, I guess. We have a purchase price that is actually lower than what I just negotiated, and a sales price that is much, much lower. So we are going to sell to America for 5 years at 500. A lot of what we had left over. So I'm just going to end that. Vicious cycle of poverty, new political family. Woo! Environment's not happy about that. Purchasing power's happy. And that damn hunger strike. Electricity, decline in performance. Yeah, we're going to need to fix the electricity too. That's a thing. We have a positive balance. I just have to see what happens to the economy. But yeah, we're going to need some more stuff. I'm going to build one of these mega wind farms just in this region. I feel like this region could use one. I don't think I really care where it goes. Like, this could be an island of wind farms, really. It doesn't really matter. I could put it like right up here, I guess. Put one. A mega onshore. The onshores are cheaper. But just to get another like 10 terawatts building, just to increase that, because we are going to need more, very clearly. The nationalizations are about to start going through. This damn hunger strike needs to be fought, though. No matter what, pretty much. And sports, as you may remember, are probably going to be a way to do that. I'm not sure how many of these to do all at once from 66. So we'll do this row right here. And then we'll see how that helps us. It didn't do too much. It could have been a lot better. It could have been a lot better, but it's okay. All these taxes and nationalizations are passing. The rent stuff passed. The rent stuff was based on old information. The rent thing helped. Helped socially. My mother is proud of me and happiness increases in Sweden. Yep. Growth hasn't adjusted yet. Okay, so growth is now projected to be in the positive, at least a little bit, which is set to help the budget tremendously by itself. I'll keep an eye on that to see if that actually stays positive. I feel like we're going to need even more power. Don't you feel like we're going to need more power? I do. I really do. Whether the EU helps pay for it or not. I feel like some more up here would probably work. Or I could do a different one. Like I could do one that gets spread out around the territory like this. They all kind of give similar amounts. I think I'll get started on making 13 more hydroelectricity. Get our total up to 250. Just kind of spread that around. It's kind of like the fossil fuels. Okay, good. I was going to say, I can no longer click on my newspaper, but I guess it went ahead and fixed itself. This guy is still hunger striking himself. He's lost 13 kilos. I don't know what a kilo is, but I know that the way this is affecting my popularity is not good. I've seen playthroughs end on YouTube before, specifically because of this junk. Let's go ahead and invest more into sports, get a little bit of a bonus there, but we might need more. Okay, public finances, not happy about, but sports in general have. These are the really cheap things you can do. Everything here, this is really cheap. This pays more like over time. The way that it pays is you end up winning competitions, And then that gives you these boosts of popularity every now and again. Well, we got a much better bonus from sports that time, but the amounts we're talking about are still pretty low. If necessary, I can also invest into space research. I don't know how much they would really care about that. They're mostly mad at me because of environment anyway. So like animal droppings, noise pollution, what about weather supervision? Very cheap. Garbage collection, that is not cheap at all. Waste recycling. Yeah, so the EU ends up paying for a lot of this stuff at the beginning of the year, and then you have to pay them back if they paid you too much, which I find so funny. Water treatment, too expensive. Chemical pollution, too expensive. Air pollution, too expensive. I mean, that's actually kind of fine, realistically. We'll go with just these ones, these cheaper ones, to see what effect this has. This guy was mostly upset about the environment anyway. And then there is always these, if it comes down to it. Capture at the emission source. It only takes 2 months to build these, and I'm kind of curious about them. So I'm going to go ahead and build like 10 of these, and maybe go ahead, distribute over full territory, and build like 10 of these as well. These ones are also a lot cheaper. EU won't be financing any of it, but Albania wants a meeting request. Good job. Is it a good job? Growth is at 1%, so I think it's still going up. Our surplus budget is still positive. I'm mostly just fighting this guy that's starving himself. Environment, big bonuses. All right, that's what we needed. Big environment bonuses. I don't know if that's from what I started funding or if it's from the construction of these, but I know these will actually result not only in a lowering of emissions, but also in an increase in fuel, which, holy cow, we do not make enough of anymore. Why do we not make enough of it? I don't have statistics from 2023 to compare, but our production compared to worldwide is not as good as it was. Well, I don't know why this is, because the sales are so similar. Probably because of my taxes hurting it, realistically, if I had to take a guess. Invasion of the reptilians. Are you fucking kidding me? Invasion of the reptilians. These are getting kind of ridiculous. These are getting kind of ridiculous. I went ahead and started a campaign for all those. So that's good. I might work on some housing as well while I'm at it. Cost over 5 years is very low to work on this much housing. It's just going to take all my freaking manpower. What's the amount we have? Let's do 5. What was that number? 4, 5, 4, 3, 5 across full territory. This will still take most of my manpower, but it'll be done within a month. See if this helps happiness, because I keep getting debuffs from this damn hunger strike, and this right panel keeps breaking as well. Albania wishes to sell me potatoes. It's not an insignificant amount. I mean, maybe it is compared to my total, but we'll see how low of a price we can get. I did 620. I do 650 now. They want 750. I'll show you 680. And 680 works for me. That should help. Albania, pretty sure they're in NATO as well. I'm going to go ahead and raise the CO2 by air filtration another 90 actually. Get it up to 100. This is technically a 5-to-1 ratio in terms of their performance. Maybe I could build them in a 5-to-1 ratio as well. 20 to 100 essentially. Because this, look at that, big environment boost. Hunger strike against government's anti-environmental policy. Oh, the guy died. Extended lack of nutrition. Attend the ceremony. Yes. Finally. Okay. I was just trying to improve the environment because it's the environment guys that were giving me problems. And so I figured this was a way to both improve the environment stuff while actually getting fuel back for it. And so he accomplished something, I guess. I don't know what a megaton or however they measure CO2 emissions works, but I imagine once we get all of this built, our CO2 emissions are going to start looking a lot better. This guy is giving me a very turbulent beginning of 2024. The growth is staying pretty stagnant. So I know what I want to do, but what I want to do is going to upset environmentalists even more. But if I can make them happy, then we're good. You know, one thing my dumbass didn't do? I didn't look to see and remember that Norway is a huge producer of oil and gas, and they don't need to buy my oil and gas because they already make more. Meaning these pipelines that I'm building are absolutely irrelevant. They're absolutely unnecessary. So I'm just gonna dismantle them, I guess. Yeah, just dismantle this. Stop building this. We don't need this. This isn't going to do anything. Ooh, we got another nice big boost from environment. New cop this year. I hated the last one. Also, research. Supersonic plane. That's good. I'm having a lot of troubles clicking on these newspapers, and they don't really go away anymore. They're starting to glitch out a lot. Hopefully when I reload the save after recording today, it'll be fixed. If not, then, you know, you can see the game's already breaking, which is, I think, to be expected with this game. I come in knowing that the save file will eventually be unusable. Apparently, I'm getting reminded that this housing thing that I just did, where I just improved this housing, is... what the heck? I can't even do any more of it right now at all. Well, apparently this is good for global warming. I don't know why it's not letting me do more, but maybe that's on a timer all by itself. It's kind of weird if it is. Industrial pollution got up to 0.5, which is cool. Turnover, I paused at 0.3 just because of the weirdness happening with growth and all that. I think I'm going to go a step further and lower the income tax of the low bracket from 3.8 down to 3. Just them. It'll cost me a little bit of money, but it should make human beings happy and like me. And it should also potentially, theoretically, help the economy because the lower population has more money to spend. Oh yeah, we got a big bonus. Purchasing power. Got very happy because of that. Economy didn't for some reason, which is weird. But hey, it's improving. Also, I can't make a meeting with the American leader anymore, so I'm going to have to go back and forth with him in contracts about this oil deal. For some reason, he didn't even try to negotiate. He just accepted my contract of selling pretty much at his sale price, which is well above my price for oil. He must have really needed oil. Huh. Let me go to, I guess, all activities it would show anyway, right? Contracts. So the natural gas one was already smiley face. Will not have significant effect on our unemployment, but very profitable. Much better price than usual. This one is the big green happy face. Details. Not have a significant effect on unemployment because I don't think it's going to actually change the amount that we are producing. We'd have to sell off other things than that. China discovered the microfuel battery. Growth is now up to 5.8%. Now that is what I'm talking about. That's what we want to see. That's the kind of changes that we want from this. That's good for like 5 years. This is still going down relatively. And we are still running a budget surplus of 1.25% of GDP. Holy cow. The economy's unhappy for some reason. It shouldn't be, but purchasing power, gigantic buff, just shot me up to 100% for giving the lower class a 0.8% tax reduction. I should have done this one a while ago. Didn't realize that one was so powerful now compared to like other things. But hey, there you go. So everybody's very happy with me. Growth is still going up. In fact, it's now above inflation again. It's at a very good point. I'm passing by days trying to mostly monitor it, is what I'm trying to do. We're trying to just monitor things. Diplomatic offensive. So long as the economy is growing and so long as this value is above inflation, then we are good. Now that it's under control, kind of, I'm tempted to start reintroducing the key interest rate to try to lower that inflation now. I'm going to bring it up to 0.5% and see what we can do now that we have a lot of control over our economy. I'll do little steps. I got a new tech, the micro battery, which we're just going to use in our economy naturally. Oh, interesting. Ecuador joined the common market of the South America, I assume. That's really neat. I think inflation went down a tiny amount Teeny, teeny, tiny? Yeah, teeny, teeny, tiny. All right, we got another conspiracy theory archive. That's pretty good. That initial mega offshore wind thing we built has finished. It is not producing nearly as much as I thought it would because everything here is average. So it's definitely underproducing, in which case, since everything else says average as well, what I'll probably want to do is actually rely on the things that are built kind of passively, like geothermal, 271 for 0.25, hydro, 325 for 0.3. These things tend to be very similar in price. I don't entirely understand the exact diversity of them, but even though we make more electricity now, it's definitely going to be an issue that we need more. Probably want to start building into that now. I could just go like all into one, really. Hydroelectricity would result in 9 if I build 30 more. Let's go ahead and build, just so we have some available, some population. We'll build another 25 on top of what we're already building, because we are building, and this is a year-long project already as it is. So that's already consuming a lot of my population. These are all like year-long projects, so that would take a while. Leprosy vaccine in America, retinal capture in America. Growth went down a touch, probably due to the slight increase in the interest rate. Holy cow, Russia's having some demonstrations. They're still in negative growth. My growth is doing fine. It's at a great point. I don't know if I want it to change at all, in fact, from where it is, because it's just such a great point. I would love lower unemployment. Illegal unemployment is supposedly on the decline. I forget. I always look at the wrong spot for that. That is, in fact, on the decline. Illegal deployment or employment is going down. The poverty stuff is going down as well. When the inflation hit in January, it spiked like way up. The rent index cap thing should probably help. My lowered income tax for low population should probably help. This unemployment rate like barely budges, honestly, like this for some reason. And our total number of immigrants keep going up, as does the illegal immigrants. And I don't even think we deported them a second time. I thought we did. We did, but it didn't tell me we actually got rid of anybody. So there was like nobody available, I guess. Going to keep increasing the tax on industrial pollution. I have a goal to get it to at least 1%, because it's just one of those more useful ones. Oh, I think there was another terrorist attack. Yep. Peter Jastrom, Kalmar, attacking Kalmar. So we keep having these terrorist attacks. That's not, like, very good. I wonder, this budget cost to get agent training up to max isn't too bad. We'll do that. It takes time. Is it this guy, Abdul Tariq? No, that's not the leader. I don't think it's this either. I'm not sure where these guys are coming from, but I'll try to infiltrate these again now that the training's going up, and we'll just kind of see how that goes, I suppose. I'm really not a fan of these conspiracy theories. We got a new one. This guy doesn't like me. Start a campaign. You just have to click into these menus, which takes a while, and then start campaigns if you want to fight them. Oh, wait. Sort by supporters. Why am I'm starting campaigns on some that don't even have, like, supporters, really. Because I'm stupid and didn't realize it organized them like this. Well, that's fine. Wow, that tax already passed? I must be bringing time past pretty quickly, huh? The highway tolls are barely doing anything. I wonder if that actually affects automobiles. Car per capita. Not really. Self-driving cars and electric vehicles are both increasing even more. That's cool. Let's bring this up to 0.58. Get a little bit more money come in. Growth 5.35. It's actually going down. So I'll probably want to leave the interest rate alone for right now. It's fine where it is. For some reason, it's telling me all about the retinal photo camera. I'm not really sure why. My newspaper is so bugged out. Like, I can't interact with it pretty much at all. It's so weird. Growth continued to tick down. Inflation's ticking down after it slowly. It's because we're probably going to need more of a source of growth. Well, whatever the British Prime Minister is about to tell us will probably help with it. Holy cow. We have another terrorist attack. Terrorist leader Magnus Linderman. Who are these? Why are there so many of these leaders? There's only one leader that I even know of. These guys only have 250 followers. It can't be them. These guys only have 64. Can it really be them? I don't understand. Due to the trajectory of everything, though, I think we can easily go ahead and get the high-speed fiber optic internet finished now, up to 100%. We think we had enough for 100%, right? Because we have very little manpower, because now we're having to build into energy. Because the placed energy with average, it just really underperforms what I wanted it to perform at. So, yeah, even the pre-placed ones really underperform here. So for Sweden, and I guess as a reminder to myself in this game in general, if you're not getting very good, probably don't build it unless it's like oil and gas and stuff like that. Damn, dude, I just started the year this episode, didn't I? Reserve will be paid back at an interest of 0.5 per year. Oh, right. It's because I have an interest rate now. The reserve can actually make money. Well, that's not too important just yet, because realistically what we want to do is actually just pay off debt increasingly. I swear to God, this Germany number has gone up. I don't know. I'm just going to pay off some more of Austria, get this number down to 0. It might just be inflating, that one. It's probably just inflating. I love it. The energy sector went from 6.59% of our economy at like the start of the game to 17.6% with everything that I've done to it. We have a positive trade balance in general. Now, energy needs some fixing very clearly. What does the UK guy want? What's up? What do you want? Fuel. You wish to purchase fuel from me. Impressive, because I don't make enough fuel. You wish to purchase this much fuel, but I don't make enough. I mean, this could allow me to make more, so I guess I don't mind. I needed to kind of do something like this. 1 for 40. I don't know. You're probably not going to accept that. 1 for 20. 13, 18. Let's do 1400. It's actually gone down. 1380. It's been signed. 1380. Okay. I'm curious to see what this does. This, theoretically, the increased price on this privatized sector, we're going to have a negative trade balance, even more so. But it should stoke the production of this. So right now it's GDP-wise 2.82% or something, contributing to a surprising amount of our corporate tax. But it should go up. Holy cow, 9.32%. So that is a much higher growth amount now. Much, much higher. Inflation is much, much lower now. I'll raise this interest rate to 1% now. We get it to like a healthier number. That would be great. We get SMR type nuclear reactors. I heard about these. Britain's making some of these, right? Keep these to ourselves. That's really cool. And if I look at the fuel, yeah, it's gone from like 2.68 to 3.63. So that greatly boosted what we are producing. So thanks, Britain. I could probably make similar deals to get similar bonuses, I suppose. And as I build carbon capture, that would help as well. Similarly, our emissions have kind of plateaued. I wonder if that's because of what we built. Maybe not. I don't know. But we're out of time for this episode, so I'm going to end this one here. For now, thank you guys very much for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.